What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another concert review, and today I'm going to talk about my experience seeing Tribulation and Deafheaven. Deafheaven Tribulation played the Masquerade in Atlanta on November 10th, and I was actually pretty stoked for this show. Last time I saw Deafheaven was years ago, and there's actually a review of that show on my channel, so make sure you check that out. But for this particular one, I was really stoked to see Tribulation. As I said in my review of their most recent album, Children of the Night, I hadn't been a fan of them prior to that album, but that album was so great that I really wanted to see them play those songs live. Quick side note, I got to the venue to realize that of all the groups in the fucking universe to be playing the same night, ICP is playing upstairs. So while I was waiting outside for my friend Eric to get there, I was stuck having my air contaminated by multitudes of juggalos, man. The whole entire place smelled like weed, artificial sugar, and feet. So anyway, I get inside to wait for Tribulation to start, and when they hit the stage, I was pretty wowed by them. They started out with a nice long intro from Strange Ways Beckon, and the stage was immediately full of energy. And when they actually got into the actual song, they sounded fantastic. One thing I did notice is the singer's voice was a little bit off. Maybe he lost his voice on tour or something, but, you know, it wasn't bad enough to where it really affected the songs. They raced through a couple newer songs from Children of the Night, like Melancholia. And Motherhood of God. All of the songs sounded awesome. One of the guitar players, he kind of confused me a little bit. I had never really thought that there was a girl in the band, but when this guy came out, he totally threw me off. Like, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, okay, if that's a girl, she's kind of hot. And if that's a guy, he's kind of hot. Like, jury's still out on that one. These guys really know how to put on a fucking show, man. They came out, they rocked out for the crowd. It seems like every member of the band was actually excited to be there and genuinely wanted everybody in the audience to have a really good time. They were full of energy the entire show. I would definitely see these guys again, especially if they were headlining. Then it was time for Deafheaven. They came out and they went right into Brought to the Water from the new record, and of course, it sounded really fucking good, man. And the singer George is going absolutely crazy. However, the other guys are a little pulled back. But I'm thinking, okay, well, this is their first song. Maybe they just haven't warmed up and they'll get more into it. After that, they went into Luna, another track from the new record, New Bermuda. And yeah, it's at this point that I realized that the only people on stage that are into what they're doing are the singer and the drummer. And maybe it's unfair to say the drummer because by default, since he's playing, he would automatically seem energetic. But I think that George, the singer, was really holding the show. He was really carrying the show. He's really energetic. He's banging his head. He had great interaction with the crowd. And, you know, the other guys, just not so much. Typically, if a band's music is super technical, I'll understand them not being able to move around very much. But Deafheaven's music is not that technical. Like, they're not playing Slaughter the Soul riffs. They're not playing fucking later Isan riffs. I mean, shit, if fucking Converge and Dillinger Escape Plan can go absolutely batshit on stage, then these guys can at least move around a little bit. Some head nods, a little guitar swinging, something. They mostly ran through newer tracks from New Bermuda, songs like Baby Blue and Come Back, but I was really pleasantly surprised when they played From the Kettle Onto the Coil, because I really liked that song. Pretending to end their set, they came back into an encore of the track Sunbather. And then Dreamhouse. Overall, I thought Deafheaven was cool, but I really couldn't help but say that the only thing that kept them entertaining was the singer and the drummer. Like, the guitarists were just painfully dull, especially Carey, the guy that writes everything. You'd think that he'd be really into this shit, but he seemed like he wasn't even interested in being in the room. The whole time he's just playing and he's just kind of like looking back at the drummer. Even the bass player, I can't think of his name, the guy that looks like he should be in the Deftones, even he was boring. He's just not doing anything, man. Look, I don't need every band on Earth to act like Coalesce and go nuts and destroy all of their shit in the process. But damn, if I paid money to see you guys play, at least pretend that you give a shit about playing, you know? But as far as like being technically proficient at reproducing the songs from the album live and having them sound great, they did that very well. But as far as putting on an entertaining live show, they need a lot of help there, man. These dudes need to drink some coffee or do some fucking cocaine. But after this performance, I'm really not sure that I would actually see them again. At least, no time soon. The fact of the matter is, I feel like Tribulation absolutely blew them out of the water. I feel like if more people in the audience knew Tribulation's songs, then it would have came across a bit, more crazy the way the Deafheaven audience made their set seem. But as far as making the music sound like the record, Tribulation had it. As far as crowd interaction, Tribulation had it. As far as actually making us feel like they wanted to be on that stage in front of us playing those songs, Tribulation had it. Deafheaven, again, outside of George and the drummer, they didn't have it, man. They did not have it. And I ain't having it. God damn it. So that's it. If you guys have seen Tribulation and or Deafheaven on this most recent tour, or even a previous tour, and you want to let me know what you guys thought, throw some comments in the comment section down there. Or shit, if you just want to fucking let me know what bands you've seen live recently that have been really good, throw them in the comment section down there. And as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you guys next time. Alright?